Are we live? Hi guys, welcome back to the SiCult podcast. كنا بغيت نخمو هذا البودكاست واش هو يخصو واش نقدروا نديروا باش ناخذوا هذا البودكاست to the next level. And I was like, let's cancel Amine Rahmani. And today I am your host and I have a very very special guest. It's none other than Amine Rahmani.
Hey Rania, how are you?
Don't you think I look better with plastic? Don't you think
Yeah.
this is better as a podcast just overall?
Thank you for having me.
Sure, yeah. Anywho, أنا وأمين اليوم حبينا it was my idea because I'm the one with the good ideas. قلت له وش نطفى؟ لا أعطيني دقيقة. قلت لكم أنا وأمين خمنا نديروا something kind of different than the podcast we usually do. We thought we would do the دايما ننسى اسمه the MBTI personality test, okay? So we are going to answer these questions and you're going to answer them with us.
Okay, give me a minute.
Cut this out.
No.
No.
Okay.
Wow. What a podcast. Okay, so Amine, فاهم the idea, ياك?
Yes.
Bon, Amine عنده a sheet. I have a sheet. We're gonna do it together, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, can't wait.
Okay, cool. First question. Do you want to do
By
the
the way, I
honors?
just want to say that since you overtook this podcast, it's stopped being scientific. It's not scientific at all.
Ouch.
Plus, it lost its credibility. But anyway, let's see what happens.
جماعة الأدب, please for the comments, please فرحوني, please have my back. Yeah, first question. You want to do the honors?
أنا نجاوب بالتوعية.
الرجال قوامون على النساء.
Okay.
So you go first.
Rania, you enjoy vibrant social events
By the way,
with lots of people.
sorry, let me ask. Test كاين strongly agree, strongly disagree, and then in betweens. ياك.
And
كاين-
we are on 16personalities.com.
Yes.
Yes, صافي تقدروا تكتبوا
Sponsored.
16personalities.com.
تصيبوا
I think most people know this test already.
Yeah.
Honestly, احنا اللي مازال ما درناش. Okay, first one. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people.
Yeah.
Do you?
I absolutely agree, yes.
You agree? You strongly agree?
I strongly agree, yeah.
Yeah, depends on the kind of people. شوف أنا the type of person اللي زعما لو كان نكون في بلاصة ما يبدلي نعرف باللي ما راحش يفهموني ولا نعرف باللي they are not my kind of people. I naturally نولي نحشم بزاف شغل نتغلق على روحي like a little butterfly.
Yeah.
Butterflies don't close. What kind of animal just like close? Like a turtle.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
in
like
my
a turtle,
shell.
yeah.
Yeah, and نولي a very shy person. مي لو كان نكون مع الناس اللي يعني أنس معهم I would be like the craziest
Yeah.
person in the room. So I do enjoy vibrant social events. It just depends على اللي يبدلي يعني معهم. So I would say agree.
I'd like to change my answer. Actually, I'm just like you. كي نكون مع الناس اللي جايين كيما أنا ماشي فورسيمون كيما أنا. نكون مع ناس اللي يعجبوني. يعجبني بزاف الحال ونحب كل ما يكونوا بزاف كل ما مليح.
Yeah.
بصح كي ما يكونش مع الناس يعجبوني ماشي نحشم بصح يدق خاطري بزاف نموت بدات الخطا. So I would say like I agree بصح ماشي strongly.
Yeah, I would say no, I mildly
Okay.
agree. Okay, 2. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Absolutely agree.
Yes.
شحال ندير
What unrealistic ideas do you?
I don't know. Is this like شغل نخمم في imaginary situations بزاف? Even though like things I know
Social
don't really
situations.
صراو. Maybe ماشي necessarily social situations بصح even like كيفاش العالم حيخلص ولا like هذاك نهار كنت نخمم you know the world is just gonna be run by the tech moguls and they're gonna kill قرايبة اللي ما يعرفوش how to code or how to use tech.
You mean
شغل-
nerds?
You
mean nerds?
Yeah, شغل الخدمات ديالنا كاع يولوا obsolete. خممت فيها باسكو شفت the Amazon supermarket thing.
Yeah.
وين تروح تشري وما تسحقش ني كاشير ني you don't need anybody.
Yeah.
شغل we are quickly replacing كاع الخدمات تاع الناس and it's kind of scary.
Yes.
مالك حنا في our lifetime ماش نعيشوها but our children will.
I can't really predict the future. ما نقدرش فريمون نشوف واش كاين في المستقبل بصح عبالي بلي in our lifetime انا بدينا نشوفوها. Par exemple.
It's terrifying.
مثلا كنت نترجم لي دوكيومون للناس تاع اليونيفرسيتي
دوكا فقط باللي Google Translate has gotten so good that they don't need my services anymore. And it's not just that. You know that a lot of people, especially when they have to do a PhD دكتوراه, لازم يعاودوا يكتبوا دي تكست باش يفيتيو بلاجيا. البارح ديكوفريت سيت اللي يفيتي لك البلاجيا ويعاود يكتب لك تكست in such a beautiful way. Like it would take me like hours and hours to just do one paragraph, and it would take him like 1 second to do it. So yeah.
I mean, you are a teacher. Well, technically, I am a teacher as well. Do you think هاد الخدمة تقدر تنبلاصها by a machine? Definitely.
No, I don't think so because I have like I think خدمتي تتكل بزاف على ما ريلاسيون مع الستودنت. هافر كاين بزاف ناس اللي يتعلموا الانجلي بلا ما يقراو. انا واحد منهم. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I do. بس قلتينيش معليش.
وشنو؟
The same question.
You didn't answer it. Sorry. Because you talked about it.
Yes. So you click for yourself and I click for myself. Okay?
What did you click?
I clicked strongly agree
because I like to imagine وش كاين في القمرات تاع جوبيتر اللي هي يوروبا. Like it's literally une boule de glace اللي داخل معمرة بالماء. Why isn't it like an ocean full of life? I'll never know maybe, but I like to imagine unrealistic stuff.
Do you imagine yourself on Jupiter?
No.
Just like exploring it?
No, because it's a ball of gas, so it's impossible.
Gas. Ross Geller. Okay. Next question. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. So this is about like you being organized or not.
What about you?
I would say neutral.
Neutral?
Yeah.
I would go a little bit towards the agree.
Because
You're messy.
I do kind of travel without really having a strict plan.
So yeah.
And I would say medium. شغل أنا ماشي فوضوية وماشي منظمة. I'm just like depends on the mood.
Yeah.
But even كي نكون messy, it's like I know where everything is.
Okay.
شغل
الفوضى
المنظمة.
Yes.
Pretty much. Okay, next. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place.
Of course.
أروح. I'm gonna break the fucking agree button. You as well?
Yes.
I think every human does this. I'm like,
I did like the agree اللي قبل fucking disagree. Fucking agree. Can't agree, can fucking agree.
أنا fucking agree. والله they should أعطوني another option for the question. Okay, next up. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. Disagree.
Okay.
Disagree. So I would not say like extremely disagree. I would say
I kinda did this with you. Whenever you'd be like, yeah, I'm not very good. I'm like,
Why aren't you good?
yeah.
What kind of fluids do you need?
وشنو
in your
المشاكل
body?
اللي عندك بس I like that as a person. I like that. I had recently a friend اللي كان عندها an emotional problem وما عرفتش honestly كيفاش I support her emotionally باسكو غير بدات تحكي لي my default position was like logic.
That's an easy problem solving.
yeah 1 2 3 انتي you're this do this خمي هكا ديري هكا بصح I understand, but it's not that easy. وهدي يجي يقول لك some emotional things cannot be dealt with logically. مع الأسف as humans.
Yes. So what do you choose?
1 2 3 agree.
2.
Yes. 2 agree. أنا تاني 2 agree.
Yeah. Next, people can rarely upset you. Depends.
That's not true.
It depends.
Sometimes really strangers they upset me a lot and they ruin my whole day. For example, I went to a police station recently 2 days ago باش نجيب بيرمي تاعي نحولي and then
نحو لي بيرمي البارح والله
صحتك.
I stopped for like 2 seconds جا عندي بوليسي
انا لحقت الباراج ودرت يو تيرن في وجهه قال لي قاري قلت له what did I do?
Oops.
قلت لك so the police guy was like نحي كاسكيتك ونحي نوادرك ونحي لابافات ولي نشوف خلطابك and then was like hey we speak بصح it affected me so I'm kind of a proud person and I expect a lot from people I don't بصح I expect people not to be rude.
Yeah.
دمك.
Yeah. أنا لما كنت بلي هاد العفسة it gets me into a lot of disappointments which is high expectations كما قلت.
You girls.
نستنى a lot of stuff because just because أنا I would do that. فهمتني؟
Yeah.
أنا I would go above and beyond. وكي نشوف بلي a person does not go above. Sometimes it's not even going above and beyond. Sometimes it's the basics. شغل
Yeah.
the bare fucking minimum.
Yeah.
ما كاش. مي أنا what upsets me كاين زوج عفايس اللي يقدروا really get on my nerve. If it's someone I really care about and they disappoint me, كما قلت high expectations, that upsets me. And عفسة واحدة أخرى كي نشوف something that is like typically Algerian, عفسة متخلفة that's typically Algerian, it really upsets me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Just like judging other people for personal choices, ولا ترميز بالبرة, ولا الفوضى في traffic, things like this. هادوما شغل very like عالم ثالث symbolism. It really gets on my last nerve.
Yeah, I agree. أنا
gets
كيش
on
على
my
النار. هكا
على
واحد
كيف
يرمي زبل يشعل فيها النار. هكا.
عفايس هدول المتخلفين هدول really get on my nerve.
What's your logic؟ فهمني الدخان هذا اللي يتنفس فيه دوكا. يعني I get upset. I agree too. رانا الحين نكمل في agree على بالك.
I would say هنا agree, yeah, just like mildly agree.
لا I'm sorry. People can rarely upset you. No, they can't. نقول mildly disagree.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
mildly
the
disagree.
contrary.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, next. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going.
I have been with so many people, friends or dates or other things, like introverts اللي ما يحضروش بزاف, so I find myself doing the whole day's conversation myself.
Yeah,
So,
and it depends.
Well-left.
It depends.
And I started the podcast.
Yeah, it's cheaper than going to therapy. It depends. For me, I think if it's a guy that I like, I'm not starting anything.
You're expecting him.
I'm just high expectations. I'm
Yeah.
like نكزيستي and you do the work.
Yeah.
But mostly I think the same. لو كان نكون مع introverts أنا نحب ice breakers. نحب واحد يحشم نحيله يحشمه. نحب نحط الناس comfortable. You know, and شغل. Let's say I meet someone new, I can spot their insecurity and make them feel better about it,
Yes.
and just like get them to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So I care about people's comfort. You know what I mean?
So what would you answer to this?
I don't rely. I don't rely.
I don't.
Although I don't know. I'm not telling.
Did one disagree? ماشي two disagree.
One disagree. Because
أنا
then
two
again, I'm not a very sociable person. So I don't.
You're not
seek,
a very sociable person.
I'm not. I don't seek like
What?
friendships. You know what I mean? So ما عنديش
Maybe you
هذيك
don't
تتلاقى مع
seek to
بنات.
develop friendships, but you meet a lot of people often يعني in your daily life.
Yeah, بس
I've
ما
been
عنديش
following you
هذيك
on Instagram.
تاع زعما نروح نعجوتي بنادم ممكن نهضر معاه.
You don't need that,
I
maybe.
develop relationship. ما على باليش. I'm not.
No.
I don't seek people, which is bad actually. I should do that.
Seek me.
Next up, if you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. If you temporarily put your plans on hold, yes, definitely.
Yeah. I would say not fucking agree, بس agree.
ما تحسش روحك stressed كي تكون ماشي productive.
بزاف.
أنا it
Yes.
kills me.
It kills me.
It kills me. وش قلت لك مقبلة؟ أبغى نحكي لكم little side story. اليوم I was having a total mental breakdown. Right. كنا حنتلاقى على وحدة كانت 12 ونص. And like كنت خلاص حنطلع للدار و just call it a day باسكو I was not having it. وماذا I was like I know how this is gonna go. راح نطلع للدار راح ندبرس راح نكره حياتي and I'm gonna regret it.
Yeah.
So I like forced myself to
Are we scared of staying home alone?
Maybe being alone with your thoughts.
Maybe.
Or بصح الغمة أخو الغمة.
our thoughts.
تقعد في شوبرة مغلوقة وحدك الغمة. I mean, I came here. The weather was nice. It was sunny. شغل I felt better.
Yeah.
The sun and always makes me feel better.
Yeah. How did you survive confinement?
والله do I seem like I'm surviving? Is this your definition of someone surviving? I am not surviving. افتحوا لنا كلش وخلوا الانتقاء الطبيعي يخدم.
Yes. Laissez faire.
laissez faire. هذوك يقول لك تحريض على خرق الحجر الصحي. Listen guys, stay at home, be good. ما تخرجوش مور 8 على العشية.
Avoid COVID. It's not about الحراك.
stay home. Okay, you rarely worry. And what did you answer for the previous one?
It's I agree.
You agreed as well.
Yes, not fucking agree, but I agree.
You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. If it's someone I like.
If it's someone I like, I try to do my best to make a good impression. بصح بعد I don't think about it back. شو هكا خلاص النهار. I don't think about it.
Yeah.
شو I was okay. I know I'm okay. I was okay. على بالي لابس مليح، على بالي حضرت مليح etc. ومن بعد the rest نقعدش نتبع فيها.
أنا I don't really worry about it باسكو نحس روحي كي I try hard I don't impress. فهمتني؟ بصح كي نكون آلس كي نكون I don't care اللي تماك يخرج the best of me.
True. Yeah.
So I don't try hard.
It's true about
You
a lot of
rarely
people.
worry. So yeah, I agree. Not strongly agree. I don't know. تشخشينا بزاف زعما I don't
Not
care.
yeah.
What if it's work related or something? You have to care. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored.
Yes. For me,
It would
yes.
be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself. No, normal.
Without feeling bored.
I'm an only child.
All right, maybe. I would get
Disagree.
bored.
Huh?
I agree. This is
No, I
something.
would not feel bored. No. You are more of a detail-oriented than a big picture person. Big picture person. And I know.
I'm a big picture person.
Yeah.
يعني بصح this is a thing that is a bit that I don't really like about this kind of tests. It's like I am detail oriented about some things and big picture oriented about other
Yeah,
things.
so this is why they give you variations.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna say more detailed. I'm gonna be neutral.
Neutral.
No.
No, and I would say like mildly disagree. You are very affectionate with people you care about.
Yes.
Very extremely. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes ننسى روحي تاع ما نحوسش عليهم etc. It happens that نتقلق وشغل ما نفهمهمش. بصح هما تاني ما يفهموش. So yeah, بصح so I'm not gonna say fucking agree. I'm gonna say agree.
Yeah.
Next.
Next. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. والله غدا.
We try but we disagree.
I'd say neutral.
You say
I'd say neutral, yeah.
I'd say disagree but not strongly disagree. I'm not a hippie. I'm not an anarchist hippie. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
ما معنى أنا شوف I'm not أنا شوف صح I would say mildly agree because I tend to be more realistic and more logical than I am free-spirited.
فهمتك.
Yeah, I'm not كما قلت we're not like hippies.
بصح أنا you have a careful and methodical approach to life. Yeah, I don't have a careful and methodical approach to life at all.
At all?
يعني ماشي completely at all. بصح
That's what at all means.
Yeah, بصح yeah.
ماشي completely at all. Okay, pick a side.
بصح yeah, compared to normal people at all. فهمتي شو حنا نقول؟
compared to
I'm
the
not
average.
واحد بيخرج برا بدا يطلب 1000 راكات جوا بصح I have ambitions and I have no plan on how to actually do them except I'm gonna do my best.
خلاص مالا mildly agree. ولا neutral.
That's mildly agree. That's neutral.
That's neutral for you. Another time I mildly agree. Because I like to نحسب حساباتي, you know. أنا the type of person ليدوكا I mean أني نمشي like to-do lists وعندي schedule.
You're not like me.
بس listen, I was forced into this. بس لو كان ما نديرش هكا تتلف لي. I think when you have a lot to do is when you're forced into being.
I should do that too because when I used to نبيع لي زاتيل هادوك imagine I have like 5 clients يسنو فيا like your like what's happening with you now. And by the way, your product, let's do like
a plug, craft store. Come check it out. Resistance band. حشتوني. Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, I was saying Billy, I was going through this about the same life that you're doing. That's happening to you now. And حصلت شو بزاف حصلت imagine
تماك اوبليجي تكون
ما على باليش شوش من الطريق نديها بالطوموبيل باش ما ناخذش بزاف وقت سو شغل imagine نروح للجيم بعد نروح
باب الزوار ما عاد نتبعوا نعاونوا ليه باب الواد because
I
ما
cannot afford
نديش
that. Yeah.
نديش
انا هاد لابسه I've had it since like university من ايامات الجامعه كانت عندي just because كنت نسكن بزاف بعيد على الجامعه so I've always had to be that person اللي لازم نروح one direction ونجي one direction which means لازم نعرف كاع في النهار واش راح ندير بصح هذيك تاع doing to do list step by step بديتها كي بديت ماي بروجكت تماك اللي كان لازم you have to have an itinerary سينو تتبحر وتخلص عليك ما دير والو باسكو بهاد الاورجنايزيشن وفي الجزائر تخلص عليك ما دير والو you don't get anything done باسكو traffic bureaucracy
because of potholes
people just making your life difficult because they have low IQs or the culture I mean the culture just makes everything difficult باسكو زعما تحب تخدم عفسه ولا تحب دير عفسه يقول لك نو علاش نو because حنا ما نديروش هاد العفسه or just because of some stupid like bureaucratic rules administrative rules that just make everything more complicated
absolutely
and تخلص عليك frustrated
one thing I like about you is that النهار اللي قلت لك بلي روحي البليده قلت لي بعث لي GPS من الاخر ما نقول لك دخلي الدخله الدوزيام ولا تخوازيام I hate that
I hate that you
we're
know
in 2020
عبك في الجزائر ليفغور طاكسي يقول لك اعطيني وين فهميني وين الطريق عبك you know one time I ordered this book right with the bookstore and خليت لهم my address exact address في البيار شغل ما كاش كيفاش تتبحر ماشي في كشتخنه زعما لو كان ديتو كشتخنه اوكي في البيار and then he was like he called me and he was like اني جايب لك the book فهميني وين قلت له بصح خليت لكم لادغاس في لاباج قال لي بصح ما فهمتش وين قلت له بصح your job is to deliver literally you have one job which is knowing وين جايين البلايص باش تدي لهم their package بصح نسقسيك انا as a client درت له a very reasonable remark شغل
زعف
قلت له بصح this is your job description your ليفور ما تعرفش وين جايه بلاصه في قلب الجزائر العاصمه ماشي بلاصه ماشي باينه
what was his reaction
he was very offended by this extremely offended by this and then guess what كي شاف my name Rania Bencroft he knew me he knew who I was and he sent me a message on Instagram telling me بلي I'm rude and I should not have talked to him that way
you just told him his truth
شغل this guy is doing me a service that I'm going to pay for ويزيد يعيط لي يضيع لي وقتي because I was busy I was working when he called me and I'm supposed to sit there نوري له في الطريق دور منا اطلع منا احبط منا alors كان قادر يحطها في GPS ويجي عندي ديريكت they get offended
a friend of mine ليفرور كيما هكايا a friend of mine بعثت له لادريس قال لها ما تعطينيش لادريس قولي لي وين تسكني
قولي لي وين تسكني
which is
bon let's we have digressed enough okay you are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. قولي ماشي fucking agree.
لا I agree.
هذيك تاع من قبل ما
ترقد. I agree ماشي
هذيك ال 20 minutes قبل ما ترقد وقتها.
أبيها نسهر حتى نموت بالنعاس باش
I hate the human mind. I hate the human mind.
It's noisy, yeah.
And I don't know. Do you think you're hard on yourself من 1 ل 10 how hard on you on yourself?
I think not enough. But that says a lot about how hard I am on myself.
Maybe that's a part of you being hard on yourself. I see you. Okay. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther. That's a mistake. It's further.
No, farther.
Further with a U. Not farther. Further. Further away from the action. Or maybe that's another possibility.
That's I disagree but
not strongly.
أنا at parties نحب نكون like low key. Yeah. نحب نكون like just like in my own corner, in my own space.
I like kind of make the most out of the party.
You're like a party animal.
Not really, no, not that much. I don't know how to dance. I can't dance. I really can't. I tried many times. So
I'm not even a party type of person. So even if I go to a party, it would be to chill, not to zama be crazy. Okay, next up. You often find it difficult. Every time we call often, people be like, often?
Often. But I don't know, maybe
no,
it's
both
often.
are correct.
Both are correct,
so I don't know why. Maybe because the weekend says often. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. Huh? Of course.
You find it difficult to relate to people? Yes, me too.
Very.
Yes.
I would say fucking agree.
Yeah, when someone tells me, yeah, I have a relationship problem, break up.
Ah.
So yeah,
No, وشنو؟
when someone tells me I have relationship problems,
Ah.
I just tell them break up. You're still young.
لا ماشي هكذاك. No.
I invite you guys to break up with each other.
No لا مالا I answered wrong باسكو I understand باللي زعما كاين emotional difficulties.
So you don't relate. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them.
ماشي ما فهمتنيش انا
لا.
بالك خممت لها from the perspective تاع زعما making like life decisions solely based on a feeling.
Oh yeah, I don't do that. Yeah. And I don't understand
And
people who do that.
I don't understand people who do that.
Yeah.
شغل لازم يكون a certain even when it's like a relationship. شغل بالك نفهم باللي. Hi guys, welcome back. I apologize on the behalf of the men in this room for the technical malfunction. I mean, لو كانت مرة ما يصيرش قاعد لا فايز. I mean, sure في my podcast يخرج صوت نص منا but ماشي هكذا. I mean, ماشي هكذا. I'm very disappointed.
Sorry.
Is your camera working at least now?
Is it Hisham? Okay.
Is it young Jamie? Good. Pull up some Alex Jones clip. Okay, next question.
I need my.
Oh sure.
Oh sure.
Gosh, I have to give you back my phone. Be very careful, Kane. صار دولة تمك.
Okay.
Okay. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog.
Yes.
I
agree.
You can stay calm under a lot of pressure.
Yes. I spent 2 years driving without a driving license.
Really?
So, yeah, and I went all over Algeria.
هذا اعتراف بجريمة علنا direct.
No, the Algerian government doesn't speak English, so.
كتضامنا معك, I did it once too, for a month, not
Good,
2 years.
good.
For a month, I drove every day from home to work to school, no permis, and every
Yeah.
time I would be like, they're gonna stop me, and this is it, Rania. This is it for you.
They stopped me twice. The first time قلت له خذ جلسة وين جايك فاش نحضر الجلسة. And then he was like دور هكا وجز. The second time قلت له look I teach over there. قال لي نجي نقرا عندك. قلت له welcome.
Yeah, they like teachers, policemen. It's good.
They think we do propaganda actually. We are teachers are like propaganda people.
For
هما اللي مشيو propaganda la génération الجاية.
Sure.
They don't know.
Well, we do. Just not
Of course
the one.
we do. Okay,
You can
next.
say come under. I don't know. I don't know. Medium for me. It's neutral.
Okay.
I might or I might not. So mostly I can. Shit, I should have done mostly. Actually, I can.
You could.
قطع فايز.
Yes.
When in group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into the conversation.
Absolutely. Because I'm a curious guy. I want to know. Of course, depends on the conversation. باسكو بزاف خطرات يبداو يهضروا على الكليو دبزة شحال داير. And I don't fucking care.
Voilà, داك شكون حنقول. Depends on the conversation and depends on the people.
Yeah, people and conversations.
Again, أنا عندي this thing is لو كان I think العباد ما راحش يفهموني, I don't even bother. I don't bother.
أنا تاني.
شغل and that's why sometimes people think maybe I'm arrogant or like it's just because I think we are different and you're not gonna understand me and I'm not interested in going in.
I think there are like levels of thinking ولا levels of thought. معناتها كاين هذاك اللي عنده تخمام ومن بعد even if you try to explain to him تخمامك what he wouldn't realize is that جستي على تخمامه and you went all the way and then لحقتي تخمام جديد.
Yeah.
And he needs to go through.
I don't necessarily think that like I'm right ولا تخمامي راهو ما وصل لتخمامهم. It's just it's hard to explain this thing. But I just think
to
maybe
me it's in a lot of cases like تخمامي هربعة تخمامهم because not because I am who I am. It's just because I شقيت وخممت. هذا ما كان. That's it.
Yeah, perhaps أنا لازم تنطبق عليه في بالك religious conversations ولا
Maybe, yeah.
زعما conversations about ghosts. Let's say people are talking about ghosts. You know, نقدر ندخل and be like, hey, guess what? Ghosts don't exist and be like the party pooper.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather ما نهدرش.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of being
yeah.
like a party
That's
pooper.
a good example actually.
Yeah. So medium.
I agree.
وش به your MacBook? C'est bon. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical.
Oh.
Depends, neutral as well.
I keep dreaming of airplane crashes.
Oh God.
Yeah. And I
Subconscious.
wouldn't be even in the airplane. بصح نشوف an airplane crashing.
Isn't it because it's هذيك تاع تيبازا or something?
شفتها وين؟
هذيك helicopter that crashed recently.
I was
كاين helicopter that crashed في تيبازا تحت في الماء.
Ooh, we doing the news. We doing the news.
You didn't see that? It was a military helicopter.
Okay.
There were people on board.
Okay.
Okay, in my opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. Oh shit.
Oh man. I don't think so, no. I really don't think so. I think on the
me
contrary, you need to put people on the same track as you. شغل لازم كنت تنجح وما تاني ينجحوا معك باش انت تنجح.
Yeah.
You can't really تنجح contre courant. لازم you and your
Depends.
community.
I mean, I like to نحب like نخدم الناس. نحب I include people.
بصح كي تخدمي الناس you're not going against them.
Yeah, and يقول
this
لك
is why-
this is me like agreeing with this.
Yeah.
No, disagreeing with this. But of course, I believe in competitiveness.
Yes.
I believe in
yes.
competitiveness.
Yes.
But step on people, I don't know. No.
Yes, when I started this podcast, I used to, especially when I didn't have like good quality videos or podcasts, I used to watch the other podcasts, including yours, and be like, okay, I need to catch up to this. I need to do better than this. Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, you are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely
I
getting.
didn't even answer the first question. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
I thought you said you disagree.
No, I disagree. Yeah.
No, you disagreed. You
Doesn't
said
matter.
You are dedicated and focused. Yeah.
dedicated. That was very Indian. You are dedicated and
Dedicated.
focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. From one curry
You are dedicated and
to
focused
three
on your goals, only rarely
chicken
getting
masala.
I get,
How much do you
I
agree?
get
keeping
this podcast is a sidetrack. It's this whole thing.
so yeah, I disagree, but
Mildly, not really
Yeah,
too much.
Yeah, mildly.
doubt in yourself, your abilities, and your knowledge. When I make
Bon, you have to read it out loud. If
If
you
you
make
make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, and or your knowledge.
neutral.
ماشي
ماشي doubting.
Yeah.
نراجع نفسي.
Yes. That's doubting.
No, not really. Doubting is, I think, in this sense, is like تشك في روحك. Maybe I'm not competent. Maybe I'm not
Yeah.
this. But for me, it's like it doesn't make me think less of myself. It just makes me think, really, I have to reconsider things.
Yeah. One of the social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know.
Yeah.
This is not true.
This is me. This is me. I'm
Next.
just like not interested.
You usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical.
This is where I get interested.
Yeah, so disagree completely.
Disagree completely.
Yeah, you would never let yourself cry in front of others. Absolutely, yeah.
You would never let yourself cry in front of others. Not necessarily. Disagree.
You're a girl.
Somewhat disagree. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to a more quiet and intimate ones.
Yes.
No.
I prefer cities.
I prefer no. I'm a suburb kind of person. So disagree.
You like discussing different views and theories on what would look like, on what the world would look like in the future.
Yes.
Yes, but
We do that a lot.
Do we?
Yeah, I guess so.
The other day with Khansa, we were talking about
We
that.
did it at the start of the podcast.
Yeah, we did kind of.
Yes. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Disagree.
Not completely, because I think my
Mildly
heart has some intuition.
Yeah.
صح.
I love feelings.
You do.
Yeah, although I am very stoic, and I think that most decisions should be made with your logic. صح, I don't demonize feelings. I don't think feelings are weakness. I just think that it's better to make logical
Absolutely,
decisions.
yeah.
صح, feelings are beautiful.
I think feelings are just they are. You know, when you meet someone and you just don't feel that
Person.
Chemistry.
خليني نقول لك.
and you should listen to that kind of intuition. When I met you the first time, I felt like we're going to be good friends, and we are good friends.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
And not after talking to you for 5 hours, it was like at the first 5 minutes. Like بينا هدية complimenting you.
Thank you. I'm letting you finish to say thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience.
Disagree completely.
Disagree completely. احنا we like abstract stuff.
تعالي صنع احنا.
احنا yeah.
Usually prefer to get your
استنى. Your PC is like taking forever to fucking iPhone users, Apple users. I'm an Apple user. Okay. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. Nah. كي كنت صغيرة بالك كي كنت جايحة
Do I take my revenge? No, I don't. I disagree.
think
صح mildly.
Yeah, I think for ماشي forgiveness, not necessarily forgiveness. بصح كي تلتا بروحك. Let's say بنادم دالك عفسة ماشي مليحة. The best thing you can do is تلتا بروحك. كيفاش you can better yourself, كيفاش you can move on, كيفاش تقدر تنسى the fucked up thing that happened to you. هاد العفسة is the best revenge. It's the best revenge anyone could do.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
That fuck you.
Revenge. بصح
Yes.
just in my own way,
Yeah.
in my healthy way. So usually prefer. Disagree.
Yeah, me too.
Disagree. You often make decisions on a whim.
Depends on what decisions. Yeah. I started this podcast on a whim.
You did.
I really did. I was with two of my friends who are artists.
I think I told you this story. And we decided, I was like, do you want to do a podcast? And they were like, okay.
Sure.
I have a camera. I have a table.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So for
but
me,
not
I don't
really.
know. For me, it's neutral.
It's neutral, me too.
The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people.
I know, right?
بالعقل ما قلتش I agree. I don't know. I have a lot of interesting people في حياتي منهم واحد منك.
Thank you.
واحد منك منهم واحد.
واحد مني.
انت واحد منهم.
Yes. I have spent a lot of time في حياتي not surrounded by interesting people.
Yeah.
This is why I appreciate these moments.
Good company is
Yeah,
so important.
I
It
know.
makes you appreciate it
Yes.
like what?
I spent like 5 years in university, being surrounded by really not interesting
Dull people.
Yeah, so
Okay. So Anna, for me, I would
during those times, I used to really prefer spend time with myself. So yeah, I guess neutral.
Yeah, neutral for me as well. دقيقة بك أعطيني time to catch up.
I give you time, yeah. معليش.
You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or a movie. Yeah, I like to do that.
When I finish a movie,
I spend a week.
thinking it through.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
Strongly agree. You always know exactly what you want. توجي.
I do, and I do. I do. Honestly, I do. It's a lot of money, interesting people in my life, good food. I'm a simple person now. I'm not gonna say
ماشي
what
انت
else.
تهضر بالك على the outcome, but it's the map towards that is
Yeah,
the
هذيك
hard
ما
part.
عداليش. No, I don't know how to get there.
I would say slightly agree.
أنا
Mildly, middle agree. ماشي.
Nah,
second one.
second one.
You rarely think back on the choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently. Yes,
Yes, I rarely do that.
so I agree.
Listen, you really think back on the
ماشي معناتها I never do that. بس I rarely do.
See, I do this. So disagree.
I think
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time بصح your brain does it anyway. So المحشي يقول لك سنة وش رايك نخمو تخمام it's a waste of time or not. Your brain is like أني هنا أي نخمم فيها. What are you gonna do about it? Okay. When in a public place, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas. Yes. Strongly agree.
I loved حراك أنا. So I agree.
الحراك
I
is
disagree.
different. الحراك ما عندكش ليش مش تكون هنا quieter or less crowded.
Yeah, but I loved being surrounded by people and I had my camera كامل فوق and I was like,
Yeah.
"Where?"
The good times.
Yeah.
سنعود. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities.
I focus on future
I
possibilities.
focus on
more.
future possibilities. So
Disagree
disagree.
almost completely. Yeah.
Fucking disagree. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings.
Depends on who are these people, but
Depends if they're as smart as I am.
Yeah.
If they're really dumb, then no.
If you're sad, you're not gonna live to the year 3000 and see what kind of problems they have.
Yeah.
I agree. Yes, I feel your problems. But
انت كيما قلت بالك maybe people in the first world ما نفهمش like honestly their feelings.
Yeah, he's crying because he's got like too much fat in his hamburger.
Yeah,
What the
because
fuck?
like I really don't understand their feelings, or I think maybe they don't feel the way they say they feel. I think شغل زعما being a victim is like the trend.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone just wants to be like oppressed and victimized so
you watch
badly.
South Park?
South Park, no.
There's this episode, this white guy, they discovered that he's got like 1% of his ancestors are Native Americans. He spent the rest of the episode complaining about how his ancestors were mistreated by the Europeans and how he's a victim and how
Literally.
Yeah.
أنا هذه this one I don't feel because these people, or maybe شوف ما تقدرش تعرف يقول لك الواحد ما يعرفش قيمتها في صحته كي تروح له ولا حتى تكون ما عندوش. شغل حنا for example for us نشوفوا la face from a different perspective. حنا for us هذاك oppressed person عنده so much more freedom than we do that it's baffling to us that he thinks he's a victim.
Yeah.
But everything has
What? حبسك بوليسي? Oh, that's
it's
cute.
police and he frisked you. Yet you totally have the right to tell him don't frisk me because you have the right to do that. Like, oh wow. It's like for Zaire, you don't have even the right to even like leave or
Yeah.
you know, because
If
like
you do, you become a suspect.
for no, I mean honestly مام هما عندهم if you leave you become a suspect. ماشي شغل زعما كي تشاحن لابوليس راح يشحنوا عليك.
Yeah.
So for example كاين this documentary I don't know ولا شفتوه when they see us or something. It was this woman who got raped and they arrested a bunch of like black kids like kids like صغار like 13 14-year-old kids. Huh? Yeah, it's a real story and they made it a show. And la police جابوا the kids and they investigated with them and they talked to them and this whole thing was like illegal basically. So you cannot bring in a child for interrogation without
Their parents' consent.
without their parents' consent, without a lawyer present. You cannot search somebody's house without a warrant.
Yeah.
هاد العفايس ولا أنا عايشة في الجزائر أفريقيا نعرفهم. شو أنت you live in New York and you don't know
Yes.
these things.
Yeah.
شو I'm not going to feel sorry for your ignorance because you don't really have an
Absolutely, yeah.
excuse. So yeah, for me like that's where I
Yes.
don't get it. Anywho, so I would say neutral Titanic.
Neutral, yeah. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions upfront as possible.
When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. Yeah, and I'm a very upfront, confrontational person. Have you noticed this about me?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. شغل أنا نحب like carte sur table. ما نحبش
Yes.
I don't like to beat around the bushes too
Yeah.
much. I'm very upfront with life, so I think it's even a setback for me.
I agree, but not strongly. I think I'm giving myself like the benefit of the doubt on many things, including my own personality, which is still developing. Although I'm 28, بصح I'm still working on a lot of things. I'm not gonna say باللي c'est bon. Like when I take a decision, even upfront, even when it's my project, etc. When I take a decision, I really listen to what other people say, and sometimes I do what other people are proposing instead of because I still don't have like I don't trust myself that much yet.
When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. Oh no.
Yeah. I disagree.
And it depends, but I disagree.
Is she
not
disappointed
completely.
in me, but like شغل maybe wonder when is our relationship gonna go to shit.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't agree.
ما متدخل في هذا
Yeah.
العفسة.
Yeah.
Although انت you don't seem to be like a very conflicty person.
I'm someone who always كيفاش نقول لك I'm an unsatisfied person and often especially when I'm in relationships I like is this it is this like the whole thing
Yeah.
and so like I expect myself to turn this way and I expect myself to kind of destroy what I have because this is not enough.
Wow.
Oh
I
my God,
relate
what
to
did I
that.
say?
I
Yeah.
really relate to that. I don't think ماشي unsatisfied بس كيما قلت I have high expectations
No.
in relationship. I just have really
Yeah.
high expectations.
excuse me. حبسوا عاودوا رجعوا باش on sait jamais. Au moins ينجست. حبسوا رجعوا. Hey, they'll pause and باش enregistrer. What were you saying?
كنت نقول لك I have very high expectations. بصح actually when I break them down they are not really that high in terms
Yeah.
of it's very simple, like you know you have to be just like attentive and you have to
I had this girlfriend who expected me نصوتي لها فوق الحيط تاع الجامعة to join her.
هذه جايحة.
Yeah. So
Not
this
this.
is not yeah.
No, not this. But you know, I would love for the person to offer. You know what I mean?
offer
شغل
تصوتي
أنا-
فوق الجامعة.
let's say it's like midnight and I want to eat something. You know, you're supposed to say it's midnight and I'm gonna go get it for you.
I would do that.
Yeah, but I would say no, like don't do that. It's midnight. It's really late. Don't do that. But you have to offer.
I would do that. ماشي لا ممكن تقول لي no it's midnight etc.
See,
I
for
would
me, this is
say-
what I expect. I
Yeah.
expect for a person to try to please me at any cost.
I think one of the nicest things that men get from a relationship is impress the girl by how much they are ready to go to please her.
Yeah.
So this is one of the pleasures that I get from relationships. So كي تقول لي wow I did not expect you to go this far
Yeah.
to please me and
To go
this
to
is like
great
my
lengths.
satisfaction. Yeah.
Yeah, that is very satisfying. Anywho, when you know someone, c'est bon, دي
Great.
قلنا.
You feel comfortable just walking up to someone and
استنى مازال ما حكيناش. الأخرى, what did you answer تاع thinks
Disagree
highly of
شوية.
you? Disagree mildly.
when you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. I disagree, but not completely. So now you feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation.
Yeah, I can do
absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
I
Agree.
can do that.
I have also techniques. So
Your techniques.
when I make it convenient for me to talk to her or
Yeah.
for him or her to talk to me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios. Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. You daydream a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you were at school. Did you used to daydream for school? I used
This
to
was
always do
like
that.
this used to be branded as a problem. كانوا يقولوا لي تغيس بزاف.
تغيس بزاف ما معناش كانوا يقولوا لي تغيسي. Yeah, كنت نغيس بزاف. I
No.
daydream a lot. Okay, you look after yourself first and others come second. Yep, definitely.
Yeah, بصح I think it depends on the situation.
No, unless me looking after myself harms others, but that's completely different.
Okay, so when younger people or when females are with me, I look after them قبل ما نروح.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is
As you should, I think.
Yes, so I agree.
Okay. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. No. No.
Yeah.
Disagree.
I agree.
Your mood can change
Well,
very
neutral.
quickly. Strongly agree.
That's no.
You don't
that's
have
not
mood
me.
swings?
No.
Okay.
بصح when I'm in a mood, it's very very difficult for me to change it. Yeah.
So you're not a very moody
No.
person. Okay. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Very often.
Absolutely, yeah. All the time.
You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. Extremely agree.
No.
There's an extremely agree. I talk a lot about my feelings. Okay. You have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. Career development.
No.
Yeah.
I don't really believe in that because كي كنا غير كيما كملنا الباك a lot of my friends were like hey I have like my life planned وعبالي واش حندير عبالي واش شحال الصالح حنجيبو and then okay and then 5 years later they got really disappointed so yeah I really don't.
You rarely dwell on your regrets. Medium. Neutral.
شوية ماشي بزاف.
Okay. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway.
Absolutely yes. That's true.
Extremely agree.
ماشي extremely agree.
Extremely agree.
شوية agree.
You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary.
I see myself as a visionary.
Ooh. Hello, visionary.
I love to be a visionary.
Oh, grrr. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. Yeah.
Yes.
I can
Not
fucking
completely,
empathize
not
with it.
completely, no.
I'll
Not
empathize
completely.
the shit out of you. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized and consistent efforts. Yeah. I'm so inconsistent.
Let me
Let me
reread that.
marinate in that
Your
question.
your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent. Yes, that's
You're such a francophone. تقول بزاف الاس اس زي.
I have been speaking French all my life, and English is relatively new to me.
Do you say basic or basic?
Basic.
Huh?
Basic.
Huh?
I just said basic. So
Basic.
what is it?
Basic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basic.
Parce que you say closer.
I cannot try to suppress a French accent.
Okay. أنا وش قلت هنايا? Agree. Mildly agree. Not very
No.
spontaneous, but okay. Your emotional ما بقناش بزاف باقي 2 pages. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Wow.
They don't. No. I'm
Slightly disagree.
Slightly, I'm completely in the middle.
You're
I'm
neutral.
Extreme centrist.
After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need.
Oh no, I need to sleep.
Depends on the mood, so I would say neutral for me.
لو كان يخمم على البيز وبكري بزاف.
Bon, Albiz is not my idea of a party, but okay.
I used to go to concerts. They have. Like
Yeah, let's not talk about that place. I don't have a good relationship with them.
Really?
Yes.
Let's move on.
Anywho, you frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life. Yes.
Absolutely.
مقبلة كنا نهضر عليها. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. Yes.
Yes.
I do that. You still honor the commitments you have made even if you have a change of heart.
Yes. That's bad, but yes. It hurts me بصح يعني.
أنت قلتي you have an issue with that. I would say I'm neutral. I would say slightly agree. Because I would honor my commitment unless that person showed me بلي ما يستاهلش. تمك حندور عليك like 360 درجة.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
180 درجة.
You go back to.
I go back to the person. Okay, you rarely feel insecure.
I do sometimes feel insecure.
It's not very often, but
What
I
do you feel insecure about?
Especially like, I think when I'm not able to have a successful career, especially engineering, I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe I'm not
Like
good
what the
enough.
fuck, ho? Okay.
So
I
I
would
guess.
say insecure. I would say medium.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of what am I insecure about? I'm kind of impulsive. I'm kind of insecure about that.
Yeah.
I wish I was more like Rosina.
So this is the last question.
The last
This was
question.
the last question.
It says your gender. Male, female, other. Other.
Non-binary, of course.
Non-binary. Sam Smith, how are ya? It's gonna tell us the result now.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, I am ENFP.
I am INFJ.
This is
T.
what people usually tell me I am. INFJ.
Okay, so I'll start with mine and you can go to
Okay.
yours. Okay, so for mind, I got 37 extroverted and 63 introverted. Guess what? Rania Bencroft is an introvert. Energy.
How much introvert?
63.
63. Okay.
Yeah.
I am 72 extroverted and 28 introverted.
انت باسكو you answered بلي تحب parties تحب تكون مع
No.
people. Okay, energy. 81 intuitive, 19 observant.
83 intuitive, 17 observant.
Now we're very close. And energy. قال لك the energy, this trait shows where we direct our mental energy.
Yeah.
We are like each other. Okay, nature. 36 thinking. This is so offensive. 36 thinking, 64 feeling.
46 thinking, and this is offensive to me too. We kept saying that we don't really follow our feelings, etc. وشنو هذا؟
وعلي يا بو
Tactics.
تبهدايل. Tactics.
Yeah, this trait reflects or our approach to work, planning, and decision making. So, 51% prospecting and 49% judging.
And a 58% judging, 42 prospecting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Identity. 39 assertive, 61 turbulent.
Really?
What did you get?
So I'm for 54 assertive, 46 turbulent.
Why turbulent? This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. But what?
I'm more confident than you. You should seek my
It's offensive.
my teachings on confidence.
So I know my personality type is an INFJ -T advocate.
Wait,
That's
what
it
is
says.
that?
Advocate.
What's that?
That's what it says.
I got campaigner.
What are
Campaigner.
What really?
So
Campaigner.
I do campaign a lot. apparently.
Campaigner.
Yeah.
Okay, that's I've never heard that word.
I never
Okay,
did
I want to see
campaign.
شكون تاني عنده my personality type. Like they give you other examples of شكون عنده تاني
Robert Downey Jr., Robert Williams. I'm gonna commit suicide.
Robert Downey Jr. is the best. Why would you say
Yeah,
that?
but Robin Williams committed suicide.
Oh.
Quentin Tarantino.
I'm sorry.
Kim Nam-joon. Is that
Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Mother
Russell Brand.
Teresa. Only like good
Kelly
doers
Clarkson,
and
what?
change makers.
No,
Islam
I'm the
billah.
same personality as Will
Martin Luther
Smith.
King. Huh?
I'm the same personality as Will Smith. I'm gonna
وش خصو Will Smith? He's
I'm
the
gonna
Fresh
be
Prince
cheated
of
on.
Bel Air. Huh?
I'm gonna be cheated on.
You're gonna be cheated on وتقول لك وش قالت مرته؟ It was entanglement. Entanglement. أنا bro, I have the same personality type as Mother Teresa.
Really?
And Nelson
دير
Mandela
الخير.
and Martin Luther
Wow.
King.
Wow.
I'm literally like amazing. Lady
I'm
Gaga.
Michael Scott.
Okay, scratch قا وش قلت Lady Gaga ما
Michael
تقعدوش.
Scott معليش.
شكون؟
Michael Scott.
Michael
I
Scott.
got Michael Scott.
Okay, you're officially the coolest. Morgan Freeman.
Spider-Man.
Jon Snow. I'm a Jon Snow. You have the same. Well,
Really?
I'm like a blossomed
Really,
version of
this
you.
is so unscientific.
Well, now we know this this test is complete and utter bullshit.
I'm Willy Wonka too.
I'm Michael Schofield from Prison Break.
بس نبرك ولا أخوه.
Anywho, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope عجبتكم the idea.
We didn't do
The political compass one.
ما نقدروش نديروا هذاك تاني it takes forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, ولا عندكم other tests لكم حابين نديروا أنا وأمين ولا حابين ندير غير أنا وحدي because I realize I am much more interesting and fun to listen to.
You already gave up on me. Oh my god.
Anywho, thank you so much for listening and watching and see you next time.
Goodbye.
تحية الجزائر.